on exercise orthographic 11, it's asking you to take the 3D drawing and turn it into 2. And so this is going to require more than likely that you use a compass, just because there's so many circles on this. So you should have a compass, and this is the compass I use. And I also, when I got it, I got lots of little extra leads. It just makes my life much, much easier. All right, so, you know, again, it's like when you tackle something like this, it's what is the best way to, where's the best place to start? Let's see here. All right, I feel like it's too bright. All right, so first thing I do is, again, you know, kind of label this. This takes a lot more time on something this big. But what helps me is I know that it is all within this grid. There's just so much here. Okay, so just to make sure I'm good here, right side. Okay, cool. 18, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the nice thing is that it's all going to fit within here. So they're not, sometimes they get really sneaky, and they'll throw an extra row of cubes. And so I'm just going to define this shape. It'll help me. That intersection. All right. Okay, so I guess the thing to do is I'm going to just, let's do it from the right side, because believe it or not, even though it looks like I'm going to be drawing curves, from the right side, there is no curve, right? So the right side is just going to essentially be starting at the bottom and drawing this line straight up. You wouldn't actually see it curving at you, but it's going to go all the way up 18. It's going to go all the way to the top. So what I'll do is I'll draw this back side. I'll get this started. And I'm going to go all the way up on this. All right. And so there are no curves on this from the vantage point. If you were standing here, I've got to draw better people. My people have been really bad this year. Right, so again, I'm still doing a bad job. When did I get so bad at drawing people? It used to be my thing. All right. So here's his ear. All right, so got a person standing here.
What's this design supposed to be?
Don't ask. I don't know. I'll make something up. Any help? I don't know what the heck this thing is. Oh, I know. Duh. I'm sorry. Come on, you guys. This is. Can't even believe you have to ask.
Not a skating ramp?
Yes, yes. Skateboard park. Any skaters out there?
PlayStation.
Oh, that doesn't count. I was like a hardcore. I was hardcore skateboard junkie.
Smith, someone would die at this park.
Oh, this would be awesome.
Did you know how to do flips and everything?
So hold on. When I was a kid, my dad, I lived in Pennsylvania, you know, and my dad brought home a skateboard from that he was traveling, and he got one in California, and I thought that was just the coolest possible thing ever. So there's my little skateboard.
Could you do tricks?
You know, I went to a lot of parks. I never really did tricks, though. I never really got in the air, but I used to jump off like loading dock ramps and things like that. I could get air, but I couldn't do it like up. I could jump off of things. All right, so skateboard ramp, cool. I think we get it, right? Okay, so I'm looking at this skateboard ramp, thinking these kids are gonna like, hey, you get off that construction site, you kids. And so they're not gonna get off, so I'm just gonna stare at them. All right, so let's draw this. Again, I'm not gonna, even though this is rectangular and this is curve, I wouldn't see that. And the other thing is, you wouldn't even see there's no break there. So let's just draw, this goes up 1, 2. So let's draw this. I'm gonna have you will draw the top and the front, but let's draw this side together. And then it drops and it actually comes down to and over, and that's the top here. And again, even though you think you'd see a curve, from this vantage point, you wouldn't see any curve. And then it comes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the center, 6, 7, 8, comes down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right. So 1, 2, 3 up. So it's also giving us this center mark. So I'm not going to have to spend a lot of effort trying to figure out where the center is, because if it's going to give it to me, and it goes all the way through, so I'd be drawing something that looks like this for the center line there. And it comes down 1, 2, 3, and it's got that break there. So I'm good. That's a little ledge that they're all jumping off. And then it comes down. And again, even though you think it's going to be a curve, you would not see any curve in this. And so if I was going to draw a hidden line, let's make a hidden line. We're just going to assume that this goes all the way through. So we would come up to, and we would make a hidden line like this, all the way through. And then there is no line there going through. I do need to draw the center mark on the side here. So let's make sure why don't we do that now while I'm sitting here. So what that's doing is telling me that's where the center of that radius is. So the radius, the center of that radius is right here. So I got that covered. And then let's just draw the hidden line on the top, which is 1, 2, 3 up from the center, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're just assuming that that goes all the way through. Somebody would say, how do you know? I don't. We're just going to assume that it goes all the way through from there. Abner, is that, I think that's all I need to do on this. Is that right?
It looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, so extra points if you can draw Joey or Sally on their skateboard here.
Well, Professor, on the right-hand side, wouldn't you see a break on the first
Decline?
part to the right? Yeah.
Draw my skateboard.
Professor, just a quick question.
Why am I drawing a skateboard? Sure.
No.
Okay.
Do you have any
so-
cool stories about breaking any bones?
I spent a lot of time in the ER when I was a kid, and so I have too many that I don't even want to get into. I was always in the ER for falling off my skateboard, crashing my bike, falling off my motorcycle. It just happened, and
Professor?
I should have gone many times. Okay, so let's inspect this because I'm being told that we have something that might be an error here. Okay, there is a break there, that line. Have I showed that? I didn't show that line here.
No.
Okay, so this one's going to come up from the center mark, thank you, and come all the way up from here. So this point is going to go all the way, a hard line. Thank you, Abner. And then there's that hard 1, 2 down. Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same. So just continue across. Anything else, Abner?
Not that I can tell right now.
Okay, so just a hint, the top view is going to be very similar to this in that there's nothing curved, but you will see a curve. For example, there's going to be, obviously we see a radius that starts here, comes here. So, we know that's going to be a radius like that, something like that. There's one inside of it, but I'm going to let you figure all that out. Okay. Is that enough to get you started? I think so. I recorded this, so if you want to refer back to it, let me stop the recording.